You're watching Channel 13, WTHR, Indianapolis. Now, with coverage you can count on, Kevin Wader, Robin Wolfram, meteorologist Bill Beck, Skytrack Weather, and sports with Chris Dowd. This is Channel 13 Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Rader.
And I'm Linda Moore. Robin Wolfram has the night off. Tonight, several people in Shelbyville wonder where their next paycheck will come from. A weekend fire leaves the Pioneer Sports Factory in ruins and employees' lives on hold. Eyewitness News reporter Chris Prophet has the latest in tonight's top story.
A steady procession of cars circles Shelbyville's Pioneer Sports Factory. The curious and concerned want to see what's left of the burned-out building.
About halfway back, they've got two separate work areas. The front half here is pretty much gutted out. The back half is smoke and water damage, but it wasn't hit by the fire very much.
The fire started Saturday evening in the 2-year-old building where the company makes sportswear. No employees were there. It took firefighters an hour to put out the city's biggest blaze of the year.
No one knows what caused the fire. The factory employs 35 to 40 people, many of them single parents, who must be asking themselves today whether those flames also destroyed their livelihood.
Employees have come to see the damage for themselves and wonder where the next paycheck will come from.
Like any other household anymore, both sides got to work in order to get by. So it's going to make a difference in everyone's household that works here.
It was with these now charred sewing machines that Pioneer's owner Joe Mansfield built his 13-year-old sports apparel company that services over 3,000 customers, a business that he hopes to rebuild from the ashes.
See what we can do, how long it takes to get equipment, get cloth, locate a building. Just try to put pieces together.
The only pieces left in the fire are the scattered and singed cloths that stitch together so many lives that, at least for now, have been torn apart. In Shelbyville, Chris Prophet, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
The state fire marshal's office is also investigating that blaze. Estimates are that the fire caused around $1 million in damage.
Well, a small fire had the Perry Township Fire Department hopping for a time this morning. It seems the boiler at Gary's Greenhouse on Bluff Road overheated. Owner Karen Gary spotted smoke coming from the boiler shack and then called the fire department. Gary's Greenhouse will be celebrating 50 years in business next weekend. But for now, they just hope it doesn't get any colder, so they don't need that boiler that they just lost. Well, you know by now we all had a little dusting of the white stuff in central Indiana, and I think most all of us would agree that snow and basketball go together, but not in April. Snow greeted the brave souls who dared to drive to the hoop outside the dome today. Hoop Fest. A love of the game brought them all together today. Only in Indiana would the desire to shoot and score outweigh that basic human need just to stay warm. It still begs the question, why?
I have no idea. I must be crazy coming out here in 30-degree weather trying to officiate basketball. But it's for the love of the game. I love the game, so that's the only reason why I'm out here.
It's proof once again, not to steal an immortal line from baseball movie lore, but Linda, put them up and they will come.
Well, just how cold is it going to get tonight? Meteorologist Bill Beck joins us now with a look at what's to come. Bill, you look a little bit cold out there.
Well, basically, I planned the day where I would have to go from my heated car to the heated building, be outside for 10, 15 seconds max, and then obviously the reverse leaving work tonight. Well, they send me out here to do a live shot, and all I've got is a windbreaker, so we didn't exactly plan appropriately for this, but it will indeed be a cold one tonight. Not as cold as we saw about a week ago, and we saw temperatures drop down to the upper teens, but still a record is in jeopardy tonight. Low temperatures from around the Midwest well into the 20s tonight. If we can show you that, it is going to be a very cold night with those readings dropping to the 20s, actually all the way down to the Ohio River Valley as well. Our record low for tonight is 24. I expect this to be somewhere around 26 degrees by the time tomorrow morning rolls around. Your plants, the ones that have sprouted up thinking spring was here and that we're seeing the little bit of a surprise, well, you may want to go out and cover them again tonight as we'll see those cold temperatures. The good news, it does begin a slight warm-up. I'll have details on that in a couple of minutes.
Well, that certainly is cold out there. Bill, you go get warm.
All right.
Thanks.
In a surprise development tonight, Ben Davis graduate Courtney James has been suspended from the University of Minnesota basketball team. Just last month, the sophomore started on the Golden Gophers Final Four team that played right here in Indianapolis at the Dome. Police reports say the 6'8" James slapped his girlfriend with a phone book and then covered her mouth so she couldn't scream or breathe. James' attorney says he will ask for the case to be dismissed in court on Monday. This weekend, an Indianapolis bar was cited for serving alcohol to minors. The Indiana State Excise Police raided the El Coyote bar last night. They found 2 minors drinking and 5 others inside the bar. The bar was cited on 7 charges of allowing minors to loiter, 2 charges of serving minors, and for 18 fire code violations.
What used to be the oldest school in the district is now the newest. Students, parents, faculty, and staff gathered today at Lincoln Middle School to dedicate this brand new state-of-the-art facility. They marked the ceremony by burying a new time capsule. Part of the precious cargo included this year's award-winning music and $1 and a penny. The students think currency may be obsolete in the future. The old building was torn down earlier this year. It was 59 years old. And a special dedication today for the man who broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. 2 commemorative coins were unveiled today to remember baseball great Jackie Robinson. It was 50 years ago today that Robinson broke into the all-white baseball organization by signing with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Robinson retired from baseball in 1956. He died in 1972.
That time of year we all dread is upon us. Coming up, we'll have some important tax tips to tell you about for this filing season.
And a border town fire keeps fire departments from 2 states on alert this weekend.
Hi, Casey Kasem here of Casey's Top 40. Next up, a man who knows more about American Top 40 than even I do. Stay tuned.
We've got 2 kids. I want to give them the best.
Sure, I think about staying healthy.
But money doesn't grow on trees. So I shop Marsh.
That's why I try different fruits and vegetables from Marsh.
Marsh is priced right. So I'm not paying extra for quality.
Marsh makes it easy with the freshest produce and the greatest prices.
Good savings makes Mom's pocketbook smile.
Hey, I'll be smiling for a long time.
Marsh, everything you want and priced to make you smile.
12 years of searching high and low to find the best ingredients. 12 years of agonizing over every little detail to make a better pizza. I'm Papa John, and that's my idea of fun.
Call now during Papa John's 12th anniversary and get 2 large, 2-topping pizzas for $12. That's right, for 12 days, get 2 large, 2-topping pizzas for $12.
Just our way of saying thanks. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Racecomb Discount Mitsubishi is having a spring sale. During this sale, take advantage of 0% financing on almost all Mitsubishis in our huge inventory, or discounts up to $6,000 on the 3000 GT. Drive a nicely equipped Racecomb Gallant for only $199 down and $199 per month, or the hot new Mitsubishi Montero Sport for only $199 down and $269 per month. The spring sale is on, so see us now. Racecomb Discount Mitsubishi, just 1/2 mile north of the Greenwood Park Mall.
My family has farmed this land for 5 generations. I'm proud of what we grow. I've heard some of those attacks on Olean snacks, but here are some facts you should know. Olean is made starting from farm-grown soybeans or cottonseed. Processed in a new way, Olean adds no fat or calories to snacks, and Olean is 100% approved. Olean, it starts from good things found on the farm.
Olean, the more you know about it, the more you'll like it.
Tonight, a Michigan chemical plant continues to burn brightly. Firefighters in Sturgis, Michigan have the fire under control, but say it will take at least a day before it burns out. More than 24 fire departments from Michigan and Indiana were called in to control the blaze. The petroleum plant is just over the Indiana border near South Bend. And in Tennessee, most of the Interstate 40 was backed up after a huge multi-car accident. The chain reaction involved 4 18-wheelers and 3 other vehicles that tied up traffic for miles. Only 3 people were hospitalized. They're in good condition tonight at area hospitals.
Well, it's that time of year again when we all have to check in with the government, and all over the country, people are scurrying to file their taxes before Tuesday's deadline. Here in central Indiana, it is the same story. Eyewitness News reporter Teresa Joyce is at H&R Block in Castleton. She joins us now with some important information for last-minute filers. Teresa.
Well, thanks a lot, Linda. The important information for last-minute filers is that this office will be staying open until 9 o'clock tonight, And they've extended their hours until 10 o'clock tomorrow and Tuesday, and it's all done, of course, in an effort to accommodate those last-minute tax filers. This is the last weekend before the tax deadline, and many people are busy with last-minute preparations.
7557.
This couple explains why they've waited until the last minute to file this year.
Don't even have any other time to do it, so weekend's all I can get done.
We just recently moved. Total disarray. No organization. We waited till the last minute because we had everything else to do.
The staff here at H&R Block in Castleton is more than ready for the crush of last-minute filers.
11 o'clock, 10 good?
We've even brought in more computers that time. You know, you need the personnel and the equipment, and we're taking care of that. So I don't think we'll have any problems handling the late filers.
I just put it off to the last minute. And it's taken a week or so to get all the information that this young man needs here to do my taxes. However, I've got 2 days left and I'll be ready.
The official tax deadline is midnight Tuesday. If you miss that filing deadline, there are ways to avoid penalties.
Do as much as you can. If you don't have the whole amount you owe, send as much as you can. That stops part of the penalties and interest.
So how do these folks really feel about spending their weekend preparing their taxes?
Feels normal. I always wait till the last minute anyway.
Now, if you're looking for some tax forms, you still might be able to find some at the local libraries and area banks and some post offices. But, of course, the best advice is to call ahead before if you're among those last-minute tax filers. In Castleton, Teresa Joyce, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, Teresa, I don't know about you, but I filed mine about a month ago and already have my return back, so I don't need to worry about that.
No comment on this end.
Okay.
That's why you want to hear somebody brag about that.
All right. Thanks, Teresa. Well, the IRS is extending a helping hand through an 800 phone line for filers this year. If you need help with your taxes, just call the IRS at 1-800-829-1040. Now, if you need to hear those numbers again, just call our Connect 13 service. The number is 464-1313. Then press option 4. That number again is 464-1313 and select option 4.
Well, a chilly weekend in central Indiana. How long will it last?
Meteorologist Bill Meck has the details coming up in weather with his SkyTrack 13 forecast.
No question about it. Your friends at Indilube can take care of whatever you drive, quickly and professionally. And we do more than just change your oil. You can relax knowing your car, truck, or van's getting the care it needs at Indilube. Yep, just look for the bright yellow awning. They say there's no free lunch. Well, maybe not. Now there's a free oil change. The Indilube 4+1 card. Get your card stamped on your first 4 oil changes. The 5th one's on us. It's easy and saves you money. We're still working on the free lunch. Indilube, good for a change.
Uncle Bill definitely likes our new house.
A little too much.
Trinity Homes, building the home you deserve.
When it's a story that affects Hoosiers,
Folks down here will tell you they haven't seen a flood like this in 33 years.
Channel 13 Eyewitness News anchor John Stair doesn't just tell you about it from behind the desk. He takes you there.
For some people, today's 53rd presidential inauguration was it dramatically shows just how quickly this dangerous smoke filled the room. Files have been working this area all day long.
John Stair, covering the big stories from where they happened. It's coverage you can count on, only on Eyewitness News.
Call the original overhead door. We'll get you out of the fix you're in. The original overhead door. We'll get you out of the fix you're in.
Research suggests a new trend among the car-buying public, Jeep envy.
I have Jeep envy.
I feel it all over. Jeep envy.
Hello, Carlo. Can you help me? Got a bad case of Jeep envy.
That's why Kahlo Jeep Eagle makes sure that we have the best selection and the best prices every day, so everybody can have a Jeep. From Kahlo Jeep Eagle, Indiana's largest Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Say hello, Kahlo.
Warning, Jeep envy may increase the more you delay in buying a new Jeep.
Now, Bill Meck's SkyTrack weather forecast, approved by the National Weather Association.
Well, as we look outside this late afternoon, you can see the clouds finally beginning to clear out, some blue sky beginning to show up That is actually bad news for the forecast tonight because the clearer the skies get, the colder the temperature will get as well. My first forecast. For this evening, the skies will continue clearing. If there is an upside to the clearing skies, you will get a good look at the comet later on tonight. It is still very visible. It'll be fairly high up in the northwestern sky, so definitely do get a look at it. Still a little breezy through the evening hours, but those will be subsiding as well. And definitely a very cold evening for you. Since we didn't get very warm today, it's not going to be very warm tonight either as those temperatures continue to drop. Now keep in mind, our normal low temperature, if we extended our thermometer up, would be somewhere up there at 41 degrees as a normal low. Here's what I'm expecting tonight. That low temperature going down to 26 degrees. Keep in mind the record is 24, so we are very, very close. And in fact, some of the outlying areas will be down into the lower 20s. Afternoon highs today were no bargain. Oakland in a high of 42. We saw a 45-degree high downtown. Dean Farmer and Speedway got to 47. Officially at the airport, the high was 43. And elsewhere around the metro area, Bob Brown in Plainfield came in with 47. Matt Beals up in Noblesville had a 44. And Jeannie Roberts, a 43-degree mark in Greenfield. Temperatures right now in Indianapolis, under a partly cloudy sky, come in at 42 degrees. Humidity, 53%. We have a northwest wind, 10 miles per hour. The barometer is rising, 30.07. Other temperatures from around Indiana. I'll tell you, it is cold. In fact, those readings were in the 30s this morning and still in the 30s around the area as we looked at some of the early morning temperatures that we showed you there. Here's what the cloud cover looks like. You can see the clouds advancing, trying to push on toward Ohio, but they're having a very tough time doing it. We saw those snow showers and flurries wandering by all day long today, but really there was no accumulation, fortunately for that, although a couple of accidents early this morning when the roads were a little bit slick. But look back here across Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. The skies are clear. That means we will see sunshine as we come into tomorrow. Here's what our time lapse looks like. You can see the clouds wandering by over about the last 3 hours or so. As we go through the last couple of hours, you see more and more breaks showing up in the clouds. There's the sunshine. That'll help at least for the next couple of hours, making a little bit brighter picture. The snow flurries were caused by that little pink line. It's a low-pressure trough with that in place, and actually that leaving the area leads to a forecast tonight of skies that will be clear, near record cold, again down to around 26 degrees with light northwesterly winds through the overnight hours. Through the next 24 hours, 2 big highs come in. They will begin to take control, but watch the warm front. We'll begin to bring in a southwesterly flow on Tuesday. That's when we begin to see a pretty good warm-up in temperatures tomorrow. Well, warmer than today, which actually isn't all that hard, with highs getting to around 50. Forecast in detail. Through the evening, skies will be partly cloudy. 33 degrees will be the 11 o'clock temperature. Overnight down to 26 with a clear sky. Tomorrow morning headed back to work, looking at 28 degrees and sunshine. A couple of clouds tomorrow afternoon and up to 51. Rest of the forecast. You want a day of warmth? We can do a day of warmth for you. We're talking about those readings. There we are. That'll be warming up to around 60 on Tuesday. A chance of showers on Wednesday before the next cold snap for Thursday and Friday.
Kind of get used to this roller coaster ride with our weather.
The roller coaster still never gets back up to normal either.
It will, hopefully, soon enough.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Well, a big day in Georgia for one young athlete who's breaking all the records.
A tiger climbs to the top of golf's most coveted mountain. Chris Stout has the tale. Coming up next in sports.
Connect 13 to leave a news tip for Eyewitness News. Call 464-1313. Then press 1. It's a free call for Ameritech Cellular customers.
Hello. Yes, it is. Dave? The Dave from the Wendy's commercial? No, I haven't had lunch. A hamburger does sound good. Made fresh right off the grill so it's hot and juicy.
Wendy's hamburgers are made fresh right when you order them so they're always hot and juicy. Wendy's quarter-pound single and half-pound double.
My favorite? Mustard, pickles, and onions. Hey, jerk! Not you, Dave.
Now, Biggie size any Wendy's combo with great Biggie fries and a Biggie drink for just 39 cents.
The 2 biggest movie events of May are on NBC. First, from the riveting bestseller. They traveled 1 billion miles to get here.
It has begun.
They're not going home without a fight. Robin Cook's Invasion. Then, from Hallmark Entertainment, the greatest adventure of all time. Armand Assante, Isabella Rossellini, Greta Scacchi, and Vanessa Williams. The Odyssey. 2 big movie events, 1 network, NBC this May.
Thinking about where to go for spring break? There's a spot real close to home, your Ford dealer.
Right now, you can get $1,000 cash back or low 1.9% APR financing on a new 1997 Ford Escort, America's best-selling compact car.
Now that's what I call hot.
That's $1,000 cash back or 1.9 financing on Escort, America's best-selling small car.
Now's the time to check out hot deals during spring break. Your Indiana Ford dealer is the one.
Got a 30-year-old car? I do. But Z-Bart keeps it looking like new. So even if I drive around a bunch of jokers who spill things, it's no crime. Z-Bart's professional 4-hour cleaning service can restore your car's appearance inside and out. Your car and Z-Bart, one dynamic duo.
Save on Z-Bart's professional cleaning services, only $89.95.
For over 35 years, Z-Bart, survival gear for cars.
Well, Tiger Woods is breaking new ground in golf. What a day for him today.
Even if you're not a golf fan, and I'm not
This is
that
an
much of a
unbelievable
golf fan, it is a story that you have to follow.
Absolutely, and Tiger will probably be on this kind of pedestal for who knows how many years. Jack Nicklaus, of course, did this starting out in the early 60s. Yes, he's something else. Possibly the greatest story in golf history. Tiger Woods, at 21 years old, has won the Masters for 1997. In doing so, he set the all-time record for the 4-round average. Let's show you the wonderful round of golf Tiger played today. This to tie the all-time record at the 11th hole. Tiger, as we said, a 21-year-old running away from the field, a 10-stroke lead for most of the day. This putt for par at 18 was for the all-time record. At 18 under par over 4 rounds, the youngest to ever win the Masters by 2 years. Tiger, he's got to be the most eligible bachelor in America, hugs the man that taught him the game, his father, Earl Woods. Quite a moment right there. Let's show you who finished in the top 3. Tom Kite followed Tiger Woods, 47-year-old Tom Kite. Tommy Tolles was 3rd at 5 under. Tiger Woods, your 1997 Masters champion. On to basketball, Luke Recker has been named Indiana Mr. Basketball for 1997. The DeKalb High School senior will head to Indiana University next season. Recker practiced today as part of the Hoosier Basketball Top 40 workout. Led by Ben Davis coach Steve Woody, this year's workout boasts 6 area stars. Recker is wearing number 25 in the red, and he talked about winning the prestigious Mr. Basketball.
It's quite an honor, you know. There's a lot of great players in the state of Indiana. Obviously, Cameron Stevens is an excellent ball player, Jamal Davis, Mike Menser, and there's too many to name them all, but it's an honor for me to have the media and coaches vote me as the top player in the state.
We're on Luke Recker tonight on the 13 Sports Jam. Well, the only thing that can stop the Indianapolis Indians seems to be Mother Nature. The cold weather postponed today's game against Louisville. Nashville visits Victory Field tomorrow at 7 p.m. The Indians haven't lost all year at Victory Field. They're 2-0. Well, despite poor weather in Cincinnati, the Reds did get their game in, and a former Indian helped the Reds to their 2nd straight win. A balmy 38 degrees with some snow showers in the Queen City. The new king in Cincinnati may be Pokey Reese. Called up from the Indians Friday night, Reese hit the game winner Saturday for the Reds. Today, what would prove to be the game winner, a 3-run home run, Pokey's first Major League homer. Reds win 6-4. Way to go, Pokey. Well, on auto racing, Alex Zanardi's streak of 6 straight pole positions ended yesterday when Gilles de Ferran was a tick faster than his fellow countrymen. To the race at beautiful Long Beach, California. Tough day for Michael Andretti. Andretti not only had a cut tire, he suffered another one later in the race, a couple of flats on the day. And we jump to late in the race. De Ferran locks up the brakes, in trouble, can't control it. That's not good when you have your tire like that and something wrapped around your tire. You're not going to win many races. Jimmy Vasser hits the pits for a quick drink of fuel, but a problem with the fuel hose. That opens the door for teammate Alex Zanardi. How many times have we heard this guy's name the last couple of years? Zanardi, in just his 2nd year with CART, captures his first win of the season. Here's a look at your top 5. Mo Gugelmin finished 2nd, followed by Scott Pruitt. Al Unser Jr. with his best finish of the year, and Parker Johnstone finished 5th. The Winston Cup boys in Bristol, Tennessee for the Food City 500. Should have been called the Wreck City 500. 20 yellow flags tying a modern NASCAR record. Jeff Bodine and Jimmy Spencer were after each other all day. After this collision, Bodine called Spencer stupid and said he was a jerk. I'm sure they'll be having dinner tonight. Sounds good. Jeff Gordon beat Rusty Wallace to the checkered flag. Just gets by Rusty for his 22nd career win and 3rd in a row at the Food City 400. Terry Labonte, another quiet, calm 3rd place finish for Jeff Gordon's teammates, Dale Jarrett and Mark Martin, 4th and 5th. Well, a short turnaround for the winningest team in town, the Indianapolis Ice. They dropped a 5-1 decision to Quebec last night. Today, the division champs look to wrap up the regular season on a winning note with revenge on their minds. That's because they hosted Quebec again. Let's show you the highlights. The Ice get on the board here early. Looking very good. Maybe get some playoff momentum. Didn't happen today. Jesse Bellinger will then score his 4th goal in 2 games. Quebec is up 2-1 at this point, and that turned out to be the game winner. The Ice lose 4-2, but forget about the regular season. They're heading to the playoffs. The Ice looking very good, even though they lost today. They've certainly got some decent momentum heading into the playoffs. We will talk about the Indianapolis Ice tonight on the 13 Sports Jam. The coach will join us, and also a special announcement for our Track Team 13 coverage in May. Dave Calabro will tell you who's going to be joining the 13 Sports team tonight on the Sports Jam. And our Q&A tonight with Luke Recker. We just talked about him, the Mr. Basketball, heading to IU. We've got some interesting stuff with Luke Recker tonight.
All right. Thanks,
Good
Chris.
show.
Okay.
We'll be right back after this.
Do you wonder why those big out-of-state banks are in so many places? It's for deposit gathering. That means they take your money from here and ship it somewhere else for loans to build businesses and towns in other states and time zones. So if you really want to support your community, one place to start is where you bank. That's an excellent reason to put your money where you see this sign.
Not only is his reading coming along, but his writing as well.
It's just a new world out there when you begin to read. It just opens up everything to you. So the more I learn, the more I enjoy, and the more determined I am to hang in there with it.
I love reading so much, and I just want everybody else to love it too. And I get a lot out of it. Get to learn new things.
The time has finally come to know who called and call back later. Get messages whether you or your phone's busy, and always get them home in time for dinner. Call now by any of these Ameritech services and get a free Boston Market Big Feast, a $20 value during the Ameritech Feast on a Big Deal. And finally, enjoy a nice, quiet dinner. Ameritech, your link to better communication.
Now, back by popular demand, but only till Monday night. It's the used car acquisition sale at Ray Skillman Olds GMC Truck Mitsubishi and Ray Skillman Ford. Due to special arrangements, make the buy of a lifetime. You'll pay a $37 acquisition fee and take over the payments on one of over 600 used vehicles. This is not a lease. Yes, a $37 acquisition fee. Hurry, this sale ends Monday night at Ray Skillman Olds GMC Truck Mitsubishi and Ray Skillman Ford at the giant used car lot a half-mile north of the Greenwood Park Mall on U.S. Highway 31 South.
Most of us have idols that we'd like to meet someday. Well, today was that day for one lucky Indiana man. Pete Battistini, who lives in Plainfield, probably has the largest collection of top 40 memorabilia in the country. And, of course, his idol is none other than Casey Kasem. Well, Casey heard about Pete being his biggest fan, so he decided to drop in and pay Pete the visit of a lifetime.
So, a real honor, real honor. So, not too often you see major, I guess, celebrity like that, kind of taking time out to do something like that. So, pretty neat.
Well, it's a real compliment to me. I think somebody who would care enough to want to collect the shows and then listen to them on top of it. So it's a real honor to be at his home and to be with his wife and him and look over this collection.
How nice. Casey Kasem is in Indianapolis this week for a promotional tour, and that's our long-distance dedication for the day.
I remember listening to him all the time.
Oh, yeah.
This is great. Bill has our final weather.
Well, if you requested a nice warm-up, well, you'll get it middle of the week. But for tonight, expect to see near-record cold. We'll be down to 26. The record is 24. The little plants are going, no, help me.
But so are the rest of us tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back at 11.
Good night. Stay warm.
Pope John Paul II makes a plea for peace in a troubled land. The tobacco